Good morning, one and all. In last lecture, we have started the project number 2 that is related to this combined footing. And in last practical, we have completed the some of the basics of the combined footing. What is minimized footing? What is the purpose of footing? What is the function of footing? Again, what are the different types of the footing? That points we have completed in the last lecture. Basically, combined footing have two types. One is the rectangular footing and second one is the trapezoidal footing. From that, the rectangular footing is for which having the same loads. At that time we can use the same loads on the column. At that time we can use the rectangular footing. And if there is a variation on the load of column, then we have to move towards the trapezoidal type of the footing. Generally, this combined footing is used for when low bearing capacity. Second point is that if isolated or the single footings we are used at that time, if there is a overlapping of the footing will be occur. Okay, so at that time we can use the combined type of the footing. बघा दोन single footing आहेत and if the area is less and at that point these two footings which are single footings that are overlapping with each other. So instead of going to single footing, we'll use the combined type of the footing. And what is the combined footing? Combined footing म्हणजे काय एकाच footing वरती काय असणार आहे त्याच्यावरती number of columns are raised is nothing but a combined footing. Okay, these all fundamental information about the footing that we have seen in the last lecture. Some of the design steps. Now we'll move towards the design steps. That design steps are related to the combined footing where we have to calculate the bending moment, where we have to calculate the steel reinforcement in vertical direction, that is in transverse direction, in the longitudinal direction. Okay, so that part we have to see here. Again, we have to calculate the size of the footing. If we know the shape bearing capacity, then we have to calculate the cross-section area of the footing. Based on this load and the area, we have to go for the calculation of the AST for the longitudinal reinforcement and the transverse reinforcement. That all information, that all design steps we have to complete. Then we'll move towards the next step, that is the reinforcement details. बघा ज्या वेळेला आपण साईज ऑफ फुटिंग ठरवतो त्याच्यानंतर आपण काय करणार आहोत, डेप्थ जी आहे ती चेक करणार आहोत. जी आपण फुटिंगची डेप्थ चेक केलेली आहे किंवा डिसाईड केलेली आहे की बाबा आपल्याला जी मिळालेली डेप्थ आहे तर ती डेप्थ सेफ आहे की नाही आपण चेक करणार आहोत फॉर द पंचिंग शेअर अँड द फॉर डायरेक्ट शेअर, दॅट इज वन वे शेअर और द टू वे शेअर. त्यासाठी आपण काय करणार आहोत तर check करणार आहोत. After that, based on this depth, we'll provide the longitudinal reinforcement and the transverse reinforcement. And after that, reinforcement details of the footing that will show at the lowermost part. Okay, now we'll move towards the next step, that is the design step completed. बघा यामध्ये design step मध्ये first आहे ती design determine the size of combined footing. Means if we know the bearing capacity of the soil, okay, P by A, say bearing capacity is equal to P by A. So cross section area, if we know bearing capacity of the soil is known and the P, that is the load coming on the footing. So based on this, we can take a judgment about the size of the combined footing. That is the SB, that is the sigma, that is the SBC is equal to P by, that is the load divided by self bearing capacity. That area of the footing P by A or the sigma is equal to P by A. P is nothing but a load. A is the cross section area of the footing and the SBC is nothing but a self bearing capacity. So based on this formula, we can calculate and we can take the judgment about this size of the footing. After that, if already we know the shear force and bending moment diagram that we have to calculate with the help of column loads, column number 1 which having some load, column number 2 which having some load, and based on this we have to calculate the SFD and the BMD diagram. And after this BSFD and BMD we have to go for the checking of the depth for the punching shear and the direct shear. आपल्याला काय करायचंय, we have to check the depth for the punching as well as the direct shear. After checking this depth, we have to move towards the longitudinal reinforcement and the transverse reinforcement. In this longitudinal in X direction and in Y direction, we have to go for the reinforcement details. And last one is the whatever the reinforcement details we get, that reinforcement details we have to show into the diagram. Next one is the size of the footing. We'll see this how to take the how to go for the size of the footing. The area of footing is calculated as total working loads on column plus self weight of the footing, which is considered 10% of the total load of columns as columns divided by the self bearing capacity of the soil. या ठिकाणी area of footing जर calculate करायचं असेल तर त्या ठिकाणी area of footing is calculated by the total working load on column. Total load of the column, column number 1 plus column number 2 plus self weight of the footing, that is the total load. Okay, and that is the total load of the column divided by self bearing capacity. So based on these two, we'll calculate the area of the footing. The size of footing shall be if there is a cross section area of the footing is square, then if we take area, whatever the area we'll get from that directly, we'll take the square root, then both the dimensions will get, that is the B and D. But the footing is like a rectangular footing, then we have to assume width or the length, okay? And based on this, we'll go for the second, that is the depth. ज्यावेळेला आपल्याला बघा square footing असेल, if we take the direct the square root of the area, then we get the two values, width and the length. But if that footing is like a square, rectangular footing, then we have to assume width or the length. And based on this, we have to calculate the width and the length. एक जर assume केली तर based on this, we can calculate the another. Okay, so that is the size of the footing for calculation of the size of footing. The size of footing shall be determined to have uniform bearing pressure under the footing, so that differential settlement is minimized. The resultant of bearing pressure needs to coincide with the resultant of column loads. Pressure and bearing pressure needs to coincide with the resultant of the column loads. यामध्ये जे काही पूर्ण बेअरिंग प्रेशर असणार आहे, टोटल लोड जो असणार आहे सोईलचा, जो की टोटल लोड ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर दॅट विल बी कम अंडर द सोईल. सो देयर इज अ pressure that will be pressure will be applied or load will be applied on the soil, so that soil have some SBC which carry the load, maybe self bearing capacity of the soil should be there. Next one is the structural analysis. In that structural analysis, we have to go for the maximum shear, effective depth for the face-to-face column, and for that we have to check that shear force, bending moment when coming on the both the structures. That part we have to complete it here. Which type of the footing is there? Based on this footing, what is the pressure, that is the SBC of soil. Okay, and based on this we can calculate the effective depth from the face-to-face column. And based on this, we can go for the diagram. That is the structural analysis, which will be helpful for us to calculate the maximum shear strength and the maximum bending moment. Now there is a check for shear. हे आपण shear कुठे check करतो for the depth साठी. The critical section of punching shear is taken at 1/2 the depth, effective depth from the face of the column. तर जी आपल्याला जी shear साठी चेक करायची जी काही डेप्थ आहे ती डेप्थ आपण दोन वेने चेक करतो, एक तर वन वे shear आणि सेकंड वन इज द टू वे shear. तर दोन्ही पासून आपल्याला काय करायचंय, त्या ठिकाणी shear साठी काय करायचंय, चेक करायचंय. दॅट इज द क्रिटिकल सेक्शन ऑफ पंचिंग shear is taken at 1/2 the depth from the face of column. The critical section of direct shear is taken at depth, that is the effective depth from the face of the column. And based on this, we have to show the critical section, which is for the depth and the width of the footing. नेक्स्ट वन बघा या ठिकाणी आपल्याला डेप्थ साठी चेक केलं आपण स्ट्रक्चरल अनालिसिस केलं साइज ऑफ फुटिंग इफ ऑल these parameters are completed after that there is a go for the reinforcement for calculating the AST which is for the longitudinal reinforcement for the longitudinal reinforcement, shear reinforcement, and the transverse reinforcement that we have to calculate over here. Longitudinal reinforcement, shear reinforcement, and the transverse reinforcement, and that all details we have to show into the footing cross section area. Now we'll move towards the what are the steps, and based on these steps we have to calculate the what is the transverse reinforcement, shear reinforcement, and the depth for the shear and the size of the footing. For all steps we have to do, and based on this we'll get the reinforcement details for calculation of the AST for the main steel and the distribution steel. Okay, design of slab beam type combined footing. Slab beam type means that combined footing means footing, one footing is over there and on same footing there are the columns are raised, so that it is known as a slab beam. Slab type of the footing is over there, and beam type nothing but a combined footing. On that slab beam portion that columns are raised, so that it is known as a slab beam. Okay, we'll move towards the step 1. To find the area of the footing, that is the cross section area that we have to choose over here. So यामध्ये बघा, first one is we have to calculate the area of the footing. So for that purpose we have to go for this calculation, that AF is equal to 1.1 WA plus WB divided by Q naught, where WA and WB are the working load of column A and B respectively. Q naught is the slab bearing capacity of the soil. Okay, self weight of the footing as 10% of the total cost of the column. Okay, total load on the column. तर या ठिकाणी बघा आपल्याला काय करायचंय, फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू कॅल्क्युलेट द सेफ बेरिंग कॅपॅसिटी. सॉरी, सेफ बेरिंग कॅपॅसिटी आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी काय असणार आहे, ऑलरेडी वी नो द सेफ बेरिंग कॅपॅसिटी. आफ्टर दॅट सेकंड थिंग काय असणार आहे त्या ठिकाणी की आपल्याला वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट द डेड लोड. ओके, ज्या ठिकाणी काय असणार आहे, टोटल लोड जो असणार आहे, सेल्फ वेट असणार आहे, तर त्याच्या फुटिंग कन्सिडर काय करायचं, सेल्फ वेट ऑफ द फुटिंग as we have to consider the 10% of that the total load on the column. जो काही column वरचा लोड आहे किती, W1 plus W2, तर त्याच्या W1 plus W2 च्या किती घ्यायचं आपल्याला, 10% इतकं काय असणार आहे आपलं सेल्फ वेट ऑफ द फुटिंग असणार आहे. सो वी हॅव टू कॅल्क्युलेट दिस. कसं कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे, 1.10 that is the 10% into that is the WA plus WB upon Q naught, where WA is the load carrying capacity, that is the load which are coming on the load column number 1, that is WA, on the column number 2, that is WB, and Q naught is the slab bearing capacity into 10% of the total load on the column. Okay, that is the AF. AF म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया ऑफ द फुटिंग, and which is calculated by total load coming on the footing divided by SBC, that is the slab bearing capacity of the soil. So based on this we'll get the AF value. AF is the cross section area of the footing. तर AF जेव्हा तुमचं footing हे कसं असेल, रेक्टॅंग्युलर असेल किंवा स्क्वेअर असेल, if that footing is square then AF is equal to काय असणार आहे, L into B, that L is equal to B असणार आहे for the square section. If there is a combined foot, there is a different type of footing like a rectangular footing, that L will be different and the B will be different. So that is the step number 1 for the calculation of the combined footing. That is the step number 1, which is to calculate the size of the footing with respect to the area. So all of you write down this first step number 1 to calculate the area of the steel, area of the footing. Write down design of combined footing, design of combined footing. Design of combined footing. Below this, write down. To find area of footing. To find area of footing. To find area of footing. Below this, write down AF is equal to AF is equal to 1.10 into bracket WA plus WB upon Q naught, where WA and WB are working load on column A and B respectively. Where WA and WB are working load on column A and B respectively. Below this, Q naught is the sap bearing capacity of soil. Q naught is the sap bearing capacity of soil. Below this, write down. Consider self weight of footing. Consider self weight of footing. Consider self weight of footing as 10% of total load on column. Total load on column. Total load on column. Okay, below this, write down AF is equal to LF into BF. AF into BF. आता AF या ठिकाणी AF is equal to LF into BF. L म्हणजे काय असणार आहे त्या ठिकाणी? L is nothing but a length of the footing and B is nothing but a width of the footing. That is the first step to calculate the size of the footing. Now we'll move towards the next step. That is the to find offset distance of footing. Okay. So offset distance that we have to calculate here. So offset distance offset distance that we have to calculate, that is the x1. That is the x bar. What is that x bar? The offset distance of the column from the one face of the column. त्या ठिकाणी one face पासून आपल्याला काय करायचे, offset distance calculate करायचे. X bar is equal to WB into L upon WA plus WB. We'll get the offset distance of the footing, that is the x bar. X bar plus A1 is equal to LF by 2. That I will show you how that x bar and the A1 will come. X bar plus A1 is equal to LF by 2. So L minus x bar is plus A2 is equal to LF by 2. So based on this calculation, we can calculate the inner faces of the footing area. That is the x bar, A1 and the LF value. That is the LF is the length of the footing, BF is the width of the footing, and from that directly we have to calculate the offset distances of the footing, offset distances from the face of the footing, one face, two face. त्या ठिकाणी face पासून x bar ची value आपल्याला calculate करायची, that is the WB into L upon WA plus WB. त्या ठिकाणी x bar कशी आहे value, x bar is equal to A1, x bar is equal to WB into L divided by L. So write down this. Step number 2, at the time of the examples, we'll see what is this x bar A1. WB into L upon WA plus WB. Within 1 minute, our meeting will be over. So all of you join on the same link for the next lecture.